There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
Yeah, they must be doing a lot. MP!
Get ready to light it up tonight.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams. Take a look at the Grizzlies. This is probably their last game in the NBA Cup. They have a 1-2 record in the group stage.
Yeah, just one win in those first three group games. Getting to 500 isn't good enough to advance, so tonight is all about the regular season.
And then the situation for the Jazz. They have steamrolled through the NBA Cup so far, with 3 straight wins to start the competition.
And with this being their last game of the group stage, they want to keep it rolling, right? Going into the knockout phase, undefeated gives a team a lot of motivation to take home the trophy.
And for MP in this last group stage game, it's very important for him to have a great performance.
Yeah, MP has to be happy with his team's position in this final group stage game. All you can ask for is a chance to advance. Remember, MP's made it known he wants to lift that NBA Cup.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Griffin, Wade out there with Ferguson, and it's Thunder, and it's McCain in at the 2. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Bryant. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Thunder, covered by Cunningham, and the basket by Thunder.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Back to Cunningham. Unloads from 13. The Grizzlies with another miss.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
To the middle, here's Thunder. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Cunningham passes to Kerr. On the wing, Bryant. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Thunder.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
And he jams it with authority.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Pass to Kerr. Here's Ware. Here's Castle. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Yeah, they're still looking for some cohesion offensively.
Thunder passes to Wade. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
Yeah, that kind of performance on the road really speaks to their preparation and mental fortitude.
Pass to Castle. Cunningham outside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Effective from the mid-range. For Cunningham, it's about shooting with confidence.
Jazz have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Wade passes to Thunder. Here's McCain. Pulls up on the wing, and there's another one for the Jazz.
Assistant number 47.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Castle. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And they pick up 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
No good from Wade. And the Grizzlies with possession here. This is their first shot. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. No good from Wade.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against Minnesota.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
There's the steal. Here's Thunder. And it's sent back by Bryant. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And Memphis making a change here. Wade surveying the D. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
To the left side wing. Here's McCain. Pocket 6. The tray. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
3 points.
So it's the Grizzlies now, trailing by 2. Cunningham kicks to Ware. Back to Cunningham. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Thunder passes to Wade. Here's Thunder.
Memphis foul. First personal foul. Second team foul. On number 4 for the Jazz. Number 2.
Here's Thunder. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. A 3-ball. It's Cunningham with the rebound. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Simpson, no good. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And these teams have had different stories so far in the NBA Cup. Greg, one is undefeated, the other is under 500 in these games.
Yeah, so that 3-0 team has major motivation, right? They want to keep the momentum going, but don't sleep on their opponent. They want to win to register some positive momentum and also focus on the regular season.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's picked off. Cunningham finds Paul. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you gotta get it to him.
Pass to Thunder. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. Look at Thunder. Always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Hendricks is checked in, and Irving subbed in for Griffin. To the left wing. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Lou. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bryant, right side. Pass to Cunningham. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 9 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
There's a screen, and they get it. Hendricks, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It's deflected. Pass to Irving. To the wing on the left. Here's Lou. Misses the three. Memphis leading by 3. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against Minnesota was a man determined. He finished with 70 points, and he was tremendous in that game. That was a season high in points, too. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Utah Jazz.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing.
Timeout called by Memphis. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Wade passes to Thunder. Here's McCain. 8 points for him. Not going to go that time. Rob. We've got Paul. He's out there with Castle. And it's Simpson in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Utah with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Paul with the ball, now guarded by Thunder. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Paul. Wade kicks to Griffin. Pass to Thunder. Wade a screen on Paul. Here's Thunder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Paul passes to Simpson. Here's Sensabaugh. Right wing for 3. Kerr connects from three-point range. Kerr's got 7 points in the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest up the line.
Thunder. There's the pick. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked the day. His life, he loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific score. Here's Ware. He has yet to score. Shot clock at 6. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Wade passes to Thunder. Shot from 6. Simpson with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Ware kicks to Paul. Pass to Castle. Here's Simpson. He's got 5. And a miss there on the triple. Here's McCain. Wade. And it's put back up and in by Wade. Wade's got the lead up to 9 now for Utah.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. At the elbow, Paul.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Cunningham, he's checked in for Paul.
Coming up to the floor for the Grizzlies, number 1.
On defense, the Jazz. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Kerr with the screen on Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. Ware passes to Kerr. And again, Memphis no good. Utah has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Wade. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
The play is under review. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The free throw drops for Kerr.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
The shot by Wade, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Simpson. He had 13 points in the win against the Magic in Orlando. Kerr dishes to Ware. Pass to Simpson. Kerr with the screen on Wade. Kicks it out to Kerr. Shoots the 3. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Here's McCain to the inside. Wade passes to Thunder. Beyond the arc. Here's McCain. 11 points in the game. Off target from three-point range. Poke loose. Here's Ware. And it's Utah with the rebound. Wade's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the paint. Here's Ferguson. Simpson with the rebound. Simpson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Kerr. Here's Ware. They set the pick. Pulls it up. Ferguson with the rebound. Utah leading by 4. Here's McCain. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Memphis. Cunningham's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Over Wade. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 11 points.
And how about the aggressiveness from Cunningham? Reading the defense and then just punt it.
Do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Utah out in front, up 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
You look at the Jazz, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
I like their aggressiveness getting to the line. Cave in the defender's chest, make them blow the whistle.
If you caved in the guy's chest, shouldn't it be?
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Taking a look at the Jazz, we've got Ferguson. Griffin out there with Wade. And it's Thunder, and it's McCain in at the 2 spot. Cunningham against Wade. It's good from long range. He's got 9.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Six on the shot clock. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Thunder, covered by Cunningham. Offensive rebound. Fires the 3. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Ball is called on the floor.
Here's Thunder, covered by Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Here's the screen. No one covering. McCain's got 14.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Cunningham for 3. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Thunder, it balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And finish off by Bryant.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
Here's Castle. From outside, off the mark. Utah leading by 8. There's the screen. Here's McCain. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
For Utah, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Kerr outside. Back to Cunningham. A floater. Rebound, Utah. Wade, right side. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Kerr. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Cunningham outside. Six to shoot. Going inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And at the offensive end, Cunningham is relentless. He will wear your defense out.
And he's good on the second. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the player to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Wade against Kerr. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Second personal foul.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
To the right side. Here's Castle. Screen by Bryant. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 5 now.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Wade. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Neely's checked in for Ferguson.
Jazz substitution. Number 41, Neely.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Castle. Here's Bryant. Here's Castle. He's got 5. Offline with his 3.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's McCain. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCain's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz. Pass to Castle. Cunningham with it. 19 points in the game. Shoots it up. Yes, indeed it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And I love how Cunningham dictates the pace. You can't speed this guy up. He forces you to play at his speed.
Here's Thunder, covered by Cunningham. Launches a 3. And it's Bryant with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Cunningham's shot is off. Jazz leading by 12. With the drive, here's McCain. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least.
Grizzlies call timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take care of the boards. I want to see more effort, gang rebounding, everyone involved. That was his only focus. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Kerr is out there with Bryant. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Paul in at the point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Ferguson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Some changes for Memphis. Ware's checked in. And Castle is subbed in for Paul. Now Cunningham. Here's Castle. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's McCain. Defended by Kerr. The Jazz with another miss. The Grizzlies trail by 14. No good that time. Good D by Wade. The Jazz shooting it well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. And Cunningham with the block.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot.
Here's Ware. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Ware's got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Count the basket. 17 points for Wade.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. building this lead in every way possible.
Here's McCain. Pass to Thunder from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bryant's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Here's Castle. And here's Cunningham. The 17-footer goes down. Cunningham's got 26.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Here's Castle. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Might be time for a little different approach. This shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Here's McCain. Pass to Thunder. 5 to shoot. They set the screen. Here's Wade. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Castle. That free throw good from Wade. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando. Yes. Was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
To Cunningham. And it's off from three-point range.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Jazz.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Thunder.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Here's Castle. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Thunder, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This team is...
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.